Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. This is the place where we learn English together. We speak slowly, we speak clearly, and we make English easy for you. I am Tom.
And I am Emma. Hello, everyone. It is wonderful to see you again. How are you doing today, Tom?
I am doing well, Emma. Actually, I am doing better than well. I am in a fantastic mood.
Oh, why are you so happy?
Because I ate pizza for lunch. And you know me, Emma. I like pizza.
Yes, Tom, I know you like pizza. You say that every week.
It is true. I like pizza. I like movies. I like sleeping. I like our podcast.
Tom, stop. Please, stop.
Stop what? Stop liking things?
No, stop saying I like for everything. It is so boring.
Boring? But it is correct English.
It is correct, yes, but it is robot English. I like this. I like that. It has no flavor. It has no emotion. It makes you sound like a beginner.
But Emma, I am a simple man. I like simple words.
I know, Tom, but our listeners are not simple. They want to speak fluent, natural, beautiful English. They want to express their real feelings.
Okay, you are right. So what should I say instead?
That is our topic today. We are going to learn alternatives to I like. We will learn phrases that make you sound smarter and more interesting.
I want to sound smarter. Teach me, Emma.
Okay, let's start with your hobbies. You said you like football, right?
Yes, I watch every match. I wear the jersey. I shout at the TV.
Instead of I like football, you can say I am into football.
I am into football.
Yes, to be into something means you are interested in it. You do it often. You invest time in it.
So, can I say, I am into pizza?
No. Usually we use it for activities or hobbies. I am into jazz music. I am into yoga. I am into sci-fi movies.
Ah, I see. So, I am into photography.
Exactly. It sounds much cooler. It implies you know something about it. It is active.
Okay, I am into. That's a good one. What if I really love something? Like my cat.
Do you like your cat?
No, I love him. He's the best cat in the world, even when he scratches the sofa.
Then you can say, I am crazy about my cat.
I am crazy about. That sounds intense.
It is. It means you love something very much. You are obsessed.
I am crazy about chocolate.
Yes, I am crazy about this new TV show. It shows strong emotion.
Can I use it for people? I am crazy about Emma?
You can, but that means you are in love with me. It is very romantic, so be careful.
Okay, I'll stick to I am crazy about chocolate.
Good idea. Another phrase for strong love is I am a huge fan of.
I am a huge fan of. Like a fan in a stadium?
Yes, it means you support something or someone. You admire them.
I am a huge fan of Taylor Swift.
I am a huge fan of Italian food.
I am a huge fan of sleeping.
You can say that. It's a bit funny, but it works. It means sleeping is your favorite activity.
It definitely is.
Okay, so we have I am into, hobbies, I am crazy about, obsession, and I am a huge fan of, admiration.
Those are all positive. But Emma, what about the negative? What if I don't like something?
Ah, good question. I don't like is also boring.
So teach me the British way, the polite way.
The British phrase is, it is not my cup of tea.
It is not my cup of tea. Does that mean I don't like tea?
No, it's an idiom. It means I don't like it or it is not suitable for me.
That is a very polite way to say, I hate it.
Exactly. Imagine I invite you to a heavy metal concert.
Heavy metal? No thanks.
Instead of saying, I hate heavy metal, which is rude, you say,
Heavy metal is not my cup of tea.
perfect. You sound polite and sophisticated. You are not saying it is bad, you are just saying it is not for you.
Can I use it for food? Sushi is not my cup of tea?
Yes, or activities. Camping is not my cup of tea.
I prefer a hotel with a soft bed.
Me too. Camping is definitely not my cup of tea.
Can I use it in the positive? You are my cup of tea.
No, usually we use it in the negative. It is not my cup of tea.
Okay. But Emma, sometimes I am not polite. Sometimes I really hate something.
Oh, like what?
Like traffic or people who talk loudly in the cinema.
Okay. For strong hate, you can say, I can't stand.
I can't stand, like standing up.
No, here, stand means tolerate. It means I cannot live with this.
I can't stand traffic.
I can't stand cold coffee.
I can't stand early mornings.
Yes, this is a very strong phrase. Use it when you are angry or annoyed.
Okay, it's not my cup of tea is polite. I can't stand it is strong.
Exactly. Now, Tom, what about things that change?
Change?
Imagine you hated something at first, but now you like it.
Ah, like coffee. When I was a child, I hated coffee. It was bitter. But now I drink it every day.
Exactly. You can say, it grew on me.
It grew on me, like a plant.
Yes, the feeling grew slowly. At first, small, now big.
This song was annoying, but it grew on me.
I didn't like this city at first, but it grew on me.
That is a beautiful phrase. It tells a story.
Yes, it shows that your opinion changed over time.
Okay, one last one, Emma. What about a formal situation, like a job interview?
Good question. You cannot say, I am crazy about Excel spreadsheets. That sounds weird.
I am into filing documents.
No, for formal situations, use I am keen on.
I am keen on, K-E-E-N.
Yes, it means I am eager or I am interested in.
I am keen on learning new skills.
I am keen on joining your team.
It sounds very professional.
It is. It is very common in British and Australian English, but Americans understand it too.
I am keen on this idea.
Perfect. Now, Tom, I have a fun phrase for you. Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure, what is that?
It is something you like, but you are a little bit embarrassed about. You know it's bad or silly, but you love it.
Ooh, I have many.
Tell me one.
Confession. I like watching bad reality TV shows, the ones with drama and crying.
That is a perfect example. You can say, reality TV is my guilty pleasure.
Or eating ice cream in bed.
Eating ice cream in bed is my guilty pleasure.
Do you have one, Emma?
Yes, I listen to cheesy pop music from the 90s, the Backstreet Boys.
That is definitely a guilty pleasure.
Hey, don't judge me.
Okay. One more concept, Emma. Sometimes we want to compare.
Compare.
Yes, like, I like tea, but I like coffee more.
Ah, for that, we use the verb prefer.
Prefer.
But be careful with the grammar. We say, I prefer X to Y, not than.
Oh, so I prefer coffee to tea.
Yes, many students say, I prefer coffee than tea. That is a mistake.
I prefer summer to winter.
I prefer reading to watching TV.
That is a very useful rule. Prefer to.
Wow, Tom, we have so many phrases now.
Yes, let's review quickly. I am into, hobbies. I am crazy about, strong love. I'm a huge fan of, admiration. It's not my cup of tea, polite dislike. I can't stand it, strong dislike. It grew on me, changed opinion. I am keen on, formal. Guilty pleasure, secret love. I prefer X to Y, comparison.
My translation factory is happy. I have new words.
Emma, let's do a role play.
Oh boy, a test?
Imagine we're on a first date.
Ooh, a romantic date?
Yes, we're at a fancy restaurant. We're getting to know each other.
Okay, I'm wearing my best shirt. I'm charming.
But here's the rule. You cannot say, I like or I don't like. So Emma, tell me about yourself. What do you do for fun?
Well, Tom, I'm really into hiking. I go to the mountains every weekend.
Oh, hiking. That sounds tiring. Hiking is not really my cup of tea.
Really? What do you do?
I am a huge fan of reading. I love quiet weekends with a book.
I see. Do you read horror books?
No, I can't stand scary stories. I get nightmares.
So what do you read?
I am crazy about romance novels.
Romance novels. Maybe I should read one.
Have you ever read Pride and Prejudice?
I read it in school. I wasn't keen on it at first, but it grew on me.
Wow, you are perfect, Emma.
Let's talk about music. What do you listen to?
Well, I prefer rock to pop.
Oh, rock is nice. But do you have a guilty pleasure?
Yes, I listen to the Backstreet Boys.
Me too! I'm crazy about them.
Really? We are a perfect match.
Did I pass the test?
You passed with flying colors. You used every phrase perfectly.
It felt much more natural than saying, I like hiking, I don't like horror.
Exactly. It made the conversation deeper. We learned more about each other.
Listeners, this is the power of vocabulary. It changes a boring chat into a real connection.
I have a question about love.
Love?
Yes. Can we use I'm into you?
Ooh, that is a flirting phrase.
Yes. If you say to someone, I'm into you, it means I like you romantically.
So be careful. Don't say I'm into you to your boss.
Definitely not. Unless you want to be fired.
Stick to I'm into football for friends and I'm keen on this project for the boss.
Good advice.
Tom, let's talk about food. Food is the easiest way to practice these phrases.
Yes, everyone has strong opinions about food.
Tell me something you are crazy about.
I am crazy about sushi. I could eat it every day.
Tell me something that is not your cup of tea.
Spicy food. I cannot handle chili peppers. Hot curry is not my cup of tea.
Tell me something that grew on you.
Olives. Green olives. They taste like salt water, but now I put them on everything.
Tell me something you can't stand.
I can't stand celery. It tastes like crunchy water with dirt.
That is a very specific description.
And finally, what do you prefer, pizza or pasta?
Oh, that is hard. But I prefer pizza to pasta.
Good choice. Pizza is life.
See? You just told me your food profile without saying I like.
It's fun. I feel like a food critic.
Listeners, we want you to be critics too.
Yes, we have a challenge for you.
The No Like Challenge.
Write a comment below. Tell us 3 things about yourself.
One thing you're into, one thing you're crazy about, and one thing that is not your cup of tea.
But you cannot use the words like or love or hate.
Use the new phrases.
Use these phrases. I'm into video games. I'm a huge fan of cats. Getting up early is not my cup of tea.
Also, tell us your guilty pleasure. Do you watch silly movies? Do you eat cake for breakfast?
We promise we won't tell anyone.
We won't tell anyone.
We will read your comments. We want to know the real you.
And if you use "it grew on me," you get bonus points.
Yes, that is the advanced level.
Tome, I'm keen on reading the comments.
Me too. I'm a huge fan of our listeners.
They are the best.
Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Please subscribe and like the episode.
And remember, stop being a robot. Be a human with feelings.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.